Liz Dobbs Jones understands the important role we all have in helping our communities. It's a quality that her late father instilled in her.
While my dad was never wealthy financially, he shared a little story that, in my view, might as well have made him a millionaire, which was when he sold his home before the prices took off. He took an amount of money and went to the church after he'd paid off all his obligations. And when the priest opened the door of the church and he gave him the money, he said, "Oh my gosh," he said, "the furnace broke in the church and we had no idea how we were going to pay for it." And that gift allowed them to carry on. And so what that points out as well is that it's not about the amount, it's about the act. And if you can give from your heart, whatever little bit it might be, it's going to make a difference.
Liz is demonstrating similar qualities for her own son, Matt. Now retired, Liz played a key role in helping establish a legacy program for Kingston's hospitals.
When I first started with the Hospital Foundation, the intent was to start a gift planning program, which is looking at and encouraging and developing future gifts that people could consider in terms more of gifts of assets than necessarily from their income. And knowing that you have to walk the talk, I thought carefully about that and decided that before I can go out asking other people, I need to make my own planned gift. And so Rick and I had talked about it at that time and agreed that I would take out an insurance policy in favor of the Hospital Foundation to start a future endowment. What came out of that was not knowing that he was going to pass away unexpectedly, which he did. We were able to take the memorial donations and actually start that endowment much earlier than we had ever planned. And I had the comfort and knowledge of knowing that this is what we would have wanted. And so fortunately for me, I have since gotten remarried, and the gifts from our wedding were directed to that endowment fund as well. And so it continues to grow, and my hope is that it continues to grow during my lifetime. And I have also since made accommodation that there will be an estate gift that will go to that endowment as well.
In 2015, Liz was awarded the prestigious Davies Award for Excellence in Philanthropy.
You may not know that since 1992, Liz has made gifts through payroll deductions, by mail, at special events, at purchasing auction items, by donating auction items, through memorial gifts, and by purchasing a life insurance policy to benefit the hospital. And further, she and her husband Mike even chose to celebrate their marriage by asking for donations to the foundation instead of wedding gifts. In fact, I'm told that Liz has made more than 400 donations to the Hospital Foundation in the past 23 years.
I have given personally at a level that I am pleased with. I'm well satisfied with what we have done.
The award has renewed her passion for sharing the importance of planned giving.
My hope would be that everyone gives some thought to it. Again, because we are so well done by in everything we have and everything we do, and if we can look at things, and I've done this more recently, I had a long hard time reconciling what the concept of the spirit of poverty meant. And if you can take that concept and apply it to your own life and your own charitable giving, it would make it much easier to consider doing something for some organization. the very first person that I dealt with in terms of a planned gift, which was back in the year 2000. And this woman's only experience, Dorothy, was to come to KGH that she was dying from ovarian cancer. And her biggest concern was that she didn't want her story to die with her. And as a result, we were able to fulfill her final wishes. And she had some interesting perspectives. And one was, if she could march on Parliament Hill, she would do that to help the nurses. She wanted to help Dr. Bryson, who was her physician and ultimately was my physician. And it was, you know, if I could be on TV, I would talk about that. And to help the women who come after me. And as a result, we were able to take part of her legacy gift. She had left half her estate to KGH, and purchase pieces of equipment to replace those that were over 25 years old and were rickety and cumbersome, and allowed the medical teams to diagnose gynecological problems with women much faster and much sooner, and also to give the patients an opportunity to see what was going on. And then they were also able to purchase a similar diagnostic piece of equipment to have right in the cancer center, because they used to have to take these things back and forth. And when the announcement was made, we had a big poster made of Dorothy, and the TV news covered it. So that's always been a really special story to be able to share.
You can join Liz in leaving a legacy gift. Zoe McKenzie at UHKF would be pleased to help you find a way to make a meaningful gift.